take it from there.
Thank you so much, Lily. So I know probably more people will join us, and so hopefully they can actually hear the presentation. So I put a presentation together, so it's going to help me to guide my talk, and then people can read and maybe remember things. So I can share my screen, right, Lily? Okay, can you see the screen? Okay, perfect, wonderful. So I know more people are coming, and sometimes it's hard to look at the presentation and look at the people who are joining. But I'm glad that we have a good group of people with us. I know it is late in the afternoon; it's 4 o'clock, and so some of you probably are going back home, and maybe will leave early. But hopefully we'll be here until 6 o'clock. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer your questions. But I'm so happy that I'm gonna be able to talk a little bit about myself and my journey, and give you a little bit maybe guidance from my own perspective. And thank you so much, Lily, and both Women Resource Center and Multicultural Center for inviting me for this important actually meeting and presentation. And I chose the month of March because I know this is an important month for women, and so there are so many inspiring women in our lives, and I hope that someone can get something from my experience, from my journey as well. This is why whenever Lily asked me about the topic, and so I said, I'm just try to keep it as general as possible, to talk about myself as a female engineer. If you can mute yourself, I think the echo will go down. So, so Lily, yeah. So I'm just gonna wait until everybody mutes a little bit. Yeah, so in this case, we won't have any background noise. Sorry about that. I just waited to make sure that everybody can hear me clearly. So the topic is, what does it mean to be a female engineer? I'm an engineer by train, and I'm an industrial engineer. I'll talk a little bit about my education as well. Um, so how to be actually, what does it mean to be a female professor and a dean right now? So like Lily said, my current position, I'm the dean of College of Technology here at Indiana State University, and I joined to ISU a little bit over 2 years ago. So this is my third year at ISU, and during my presentation, you are gonna see where I came from and what I have done before I came and what I'm doing here. So in this case, I'm just gonna move forward so we can actually go with the flow of the presentation. But I just wanted to highlight the importance of this month, which is the Women's History Month that we celebrate in March here in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Australia. So, and yesterday, actually, as you all know, that it was the International Women's Day on March the 8th. So, this is an important month, and this is actually an important actually time that we all celebrate, highlight many achievements that females are actually doing every day, and I hope that I can be one example for so many of you. So the overview, I wanted to give you a little bit information about my background. So some of you know me very well, but there are so many probably of you who don't know much about me. So I think it is going to help you to understand me a little bit better. I put some interesting facts about myself, about my life, about the things that I like. So to make it a little bit fun. So, and I suggest you to listen and maybe remember few things, because at the end of the presentation, we are going to have some questions to all of you. And the ones who answer correctly will get some small gifts from the College of Technology. So, and during this presentation, so I know everybody muted, but if you have any questions, maybe you can wait until I finish and you can ask your questions when I finish my presentation. We'll have plenty of time. And so, if I have any questions during the presentation, please use the chat box. So, in this case, you can put your answer in the chat. So, and the first person who answer correctly will get the gift. So, and in this case, we are going to keep the interaction a little bit. So, and you pay a little bit more attention. And then it's going to be fun that you are going to receive something from the College of Technology. So that's kind of the structure of this presentation. So, and some of you are showing your videos. Thank you so much. And the others who cannot show, that's totally fine. So, and but try to interact, try to listen, and remember the things that I share with you. So when I ask you questions, so hopefully you'll be the first one who answer the question. So there are some turning points in my life, like in anyone's lives, and so I would like to talk to you about these turning points, who changed me, who changed my actual life in many different ways. I also want to explain a little bit my current position and responsibilities. Sometimes students don't understand what the dean does, and we are not very visible to them because we are not teaching usually classes, or we are not advising students. We don't see them very often. We only see them if they have problems, issues. They want to come and talk to us and ask for help. But other than this, students are not really seeing and understanding much what the dean is doing. So I would like to explain a little bit my daily job and what I'm doing as dean. I also wanted to talk a little bit about my accomplishments and challenges. And nothing came easy, and nothing was easy. And I had so many difficulties in my life that I had to overcome. So, but I learned not to give up and always move forward. And so I hope that, my actually challenges will help you and ease your challenges a little bit, because you are not the only one in this journey. Everybody has challenges. So we have to learn how to cope with them. So, ISU is a great place. I'm so happy that I'm here. I'm so inspired by so many wonderful leaders and faculty here at ISU, and I would like to highlight few of them. And I'm gonna explain a little bit the differences between ISU and my previous institution. I'll talk a little bit about statistics. As an engineer, I like data, I like statistics, I like to look at the numbers because they give me the facts. So, whenever I make any kind of speech, so I'm going to talk a little bit about statistics about female population, female earnings in the United States, in the world. So females with bachelor's degrees in STEM, and I'll talk a little bit about women's achievements in the United States, and then talk a little bit about the college graduates and STEM graduates here in Indiana, in our state, so you can see where we are and what we need to do in order to improve the numbers. Then, from my own perspective, I'll give you some suggestions, and then we'll have, of course, enough time for questions and answers. So, let's start with my background. So, I was born and raised in Istanbul, Turkey. And I'll talk a little bit more about Istanbul and more about Turkey, because I'm not sure if you met anyone from Turkey before you hear me. So yes, Dua. So there are not many people, who know where Istanbul is, where Turkey is, and so I think this is gonna be a great opportunity to talk a little bit about my home country. And maybe there are a few things that I'm going to tell you that one day you are going to visit Istanbul and you are going to see different places in Turkey. So, but my origin, my grandparents are from Eastern Europe. So my mom's side is from former Yugoslavia, and my dad's side is from Bulgaria. So, and Turkey is like a passage of different cultures, and it's a very, very mixed culture. And people are from different backgrounds. And my origin is from Eastern Europe, and this is something that I wanted to highlight, even though I was born in Istanbul and raised in Istanbul, Turkey. Um, of course, Turkey has its own language, and so it is called Turkish. Some people think we speak Arabic. We don't speak Arabic. So there are people who know how to speak Arabic, but I'm not one of them. So sometimes students from Saudi Arabia or from other, Middle Eastern countries, they want to talk to me in Arabic, but I say, I'm sorry, I don't know Arabic, and I know a few words. But we have our own language. We speak Turkish. And then I also know French in addition to English. Sometimes from my accent, people say, yeah, you sound a little bit like, different. So they don't guess where I'm from when they look at me. And when they hear me, but if they knew someone from Turkey, they can easily understand that I'm from Turkey. So through my accent. I came to the United States in 1994, many, many years before probably most of you were born. So I have been here for many years, 27 years. It's a long time. And I came here just to do my PhD, like many, many actually international scholars come here, and we were going to go back to our home country. But of course things change, life change, and we made decisions, and we are so, so happy about those decisions that we stay here in the United States. So I have been married for 26 years. It's going to be 27 in July, and we have two sons, two boys that I'm going to show you pictures and talk to you a little bit about them. In terms of my educational background, I have a bachelor's degree that I received in 1989. Again, many, many years before you actually were born, and my master's degree in 1994. Both of them, I got them in Turkey from Istanbul Technical University, one of the oldest universities, technical universities, engineering schools in Turkey. My undergrad was in engineering management, and my master's degree was in industrial engineering. So these are very similar branches, and there are actually few additional courses that I needed to take for my master's degree. But my PhD, I did it here at the University of Missouri-Rolla. The name of the university is changed to Missouri University of Science and Technology, but it's under the University of Missouri system. Rolla is a very, very small town, only 15, 20,000 people live. So it was kind of shocking for me to come from a 15 million population in Istanbul to 15,000 population in Rolla here in the United States. So I had a big culture shock, but again, it was the best decision that we made. We loved Rolla. We lived there for 5 years. So my professional life, currently, I'm a full professor in engineering, and I'm the Dean of College of Technology here at ISU since August 1st, 2018. So prior to my position, this position, I was a professor and administrator. I served at different level, including interim dean in the College of Engineering and Computer Science at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. So I actually worked there from 1999 to 2018. Pretty much all my professional life after I got my PhD was in Chattanooga. So 19 years, and so this is a place, second home for us, and that's the longest place that we lived. This is why it was a little bit hard in the beginning to come here, but it's always good to make changes. And I suggest you to make changes. Don't stay in one place. Don't stay in one location. Explore. There are many opportunities in the world. So I'm a professional engineer. So people see after my name the PE, and sometimes they don't know what it is. It stands for professional engineer, and I received this license in 2004. It's very important for engineers, for us, in order to work as an engineer and to serve as a consultant, to sign for any kind of drawings. So we actually have to have professional engineering license. Otherwise, we cannot really work in industry. So this was a requirement in my previous institution, that if you have an engineering degree, you have to have a professional engineering license. And I'm glad that I got it, and I used it many many times in different consultant work that I did through the university. So this is about my background. So and I'm going to show you a very simple pie chart which shows my life. And I was in the United States for 50% of my life, and then in Turkey 50% of my life. My first question right now to you, and please use the chat room. And don't worry, I'm not picky about my age. I want you to guess my age. So I came to the United States in 1994, and I have been here 50% of my life, and the other 50% was in Turkey. So I'll give you a little bit time, and I'm gonna open my chat so to see who is gonna answer correctly. Okay, so I see one answer that's not correct. Keep guessing, but it's close. Good job, Sydney. It's very close. Oh my gosh, I wish Jade. So, but that's not correct too. Okay.
52?
Okay, so I see the correct guess from Caitlin. Uh, Panagulas. So where's Caitlin? So can I see you? Okay, so your video is not open, but Caitlin got the correct answer. I'm 54 years old. So, Lily, if you can just write down the name. So in this case, we'll make sure that you receive your gift from the College of Technology. So, and these are great guests. And, 46 is a wonderful guest. I wish I could be. So, but it's okay. No, don't worry about this, Caitlin. She says she cannot use the video right now. So, but 54 is the right guess. Wonderful. So, and I'm gonna ask you a few questions like that later, and I hope that we can continue to participate. It's gonna be fun. I want this to be fun. I want this to uh, be something that you are gonna remember something about me. I always tell my students when I teach a class, we were all students at one time, and we know how it is. And sometimes the topics can be very boring for you, and you don't want to listen. I always tell them, if you remember one thing in my class and use it in your life, I think that's actually a success for me. And I hope at the end of this presentation, you'll remember at least one thing about me. And I hope this thing is going to help you in your future decisions. So this is what I'm hoping for. So, as I've told you, 50% of my life, and split in two different countries, in two different type of lifestyles, and in two different type of challenges. So, but I chose this, and I'm very very happy with my decision. So I'll talk to you a little bit about my early life so you can understand a little bit the Turkish educational system, and which is very, very different than the United States. And I know that there are some international students in the audience. So they're all coming from different backgrounds and different cultures, different educational systems. So in this case, so they can relate to me and understand maybe things from their perspective. So I started to the first grade. At that time, there was no kindergarten. So when I was only 5 years old, I was even younger than 5 years old. I was so eager to go to school. I have an older brother who was going, so I think I was a little bit jealous that I wanted to go with him. So in the beginning, I was just going as a guest, but I think the teacher said that she's fine, so she can be in my class. So and I'm going to actually take care of her. And I loved my elementary school teacher. And in Turkey, if you have uh, one teacher in your elementary school, that teacher stayed with you until you are fifth grade. So it's not changing every year. You don't have different teachers every year. You have the same teacher who stays with you from the first grade until the fifth grade. And I loved her. So I think she gave me so many opportunities and she believed in me and she helped me to excel. So, but I started in a very early age. So after I finish elementary school, you take an exam, and if you want to go to actually um, private, public, and ranked schools, middle school, high schools, my life was a competition in Turkey. Every level, you have to compete with others, you have to take exams. So and I was lucky to go to a very good school, middle school and high school in Turkey when I finished elementary school. It's called Lycée de Galatasaray, and it's a French school, French and Turkish mixed. But most of our classes were taught by French faculty members. And the importance about this high school or middle school, so it is the oldest high school in Turkey. It was established in 1481. So I put the picture of my middle school and high school that I spent my 8 years. And but it was a perfect spot just next to the Bosphorus, and we were able to see the sea and the boats going through, and it was a perfect, wonderful location. It was actually co-ed school, but not in the same school. We had two different buildings in two different locations for boys and girls. And for 8 years in middle school and high school, I studied with just female students. So that was also a little bit difficult for me when I started the college, because then I had to be in the class with my male friends. I was always with female students, even though we had male actually counterpart, but we were only coming together for different events. We were not taking classes together. So it was actually just a female school and 8 years. And of course, whenever you start, you don't know any French. This is why it is 8 years, because they teach you French in your first year. And then starting sixth grade, you start taking everything in French: math, physics, chemistry, biology, everything is in French and with French faculty members. So, and I was only 10 years old when I started. And whenever you are young, it's always easy to learn another language. And French was so actually fluent. And so I used French for many, many years. I'm a little bit rusty right now because I didn't use it for a long time. It's hard to speak French here in the United States. There are not many people who speak, but hopefully, I can. Uh, go back and visit and maybe talk more French. So I'm trying to find ways here at ISU. I have already talked with some faculty members who are teaching French here, and just to make sure that I can practice with them. So English came after French, after I learned French, and maybe 3 years after middle school, they started to teach us another language in high school. I lived in London for 1 year. Not many people know that. It was due to personal reasons, and but I'm glad that I did it. And so I was with my brother at that time, so we were together, and it was a great experience to live in a different country. And so after I finished my college, and it really helped me to refresh and reflect myself and understand exactly what I want from the life. So after I came back from London, so I work at Caterpillar Incorporate. So this is a big private company, and as you know, so there was a distributor in Turkey. So I started to work for that company, and that was also was a great experience because I learned a lot, what I like, what I don't like when I was working at Caterpillar. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about Istanbul and Turkey. So, and just be prepared for questions whenever we move forward. So, and hopefully those actually interesting facts will help you to learn more about different part of the world. So when I say I'm from Istanbul, everybody says Constantinople. So this is the name that people know. There are even many, many songs about Constantinople, and but the name is changed. So in 1400s and the 15th century to Istanbul, but many people still call Istanbul as Constantinople. There are more than 15 million people who live in Istanbul, and it comprises almost, 19%, close to 20% of overall population in Turkey. It's a beautiful city, but it's extremely crowded. So Dua said that she has been in Istanbul, so it is very, very crowded. Am I right, Dua?
I went also to Sultan Ahmed.
Sultan Ahmed,
Yeah,
yes,
and yeah, it was in Ramadan month, so it
yes,
was like,
very crowded, right?
yeah, I like it. I love that places that crowded.
Yeah. So, it is a big city like New York. So, and you have so many different people, so many different things to do. It is fun, but it's also difficult to live in a place like that because you have all kind of issues with traffic, with living expenses are high. There are many things that come with, of course, a big city. But there are some important things that maybe you didn't know that Istanbul was a capital. It's not currently capital of Turkey, and sometimes people think that Istanbul is the capital. Istanbul is not the capital, but it was capital for almost 16 centuries. So I'm not sure if you learned a little bit about world history in your classes or not, but I put some dates here to show you that, during the Roman time and Byzantine time, so Istanbul from 330 to 1204 was the capital. During the Latin Empire, it was capital. During the Byzantine, it was capital again until 1453. And then during the Ottoman Empire, it was capital again. So Istanbul served as the capital city for 1,600 years. So it's a long, long time. So this is why it has a very rich history. So, and it was very instrumental in the advancement of Christianity during the Roman and Byzantine times. So you can see very mixed actually backgrounds and religions and so different actually arts from so many different cultures who lived in Turkey and in Istanbul. It's the world's fifth most popular tourist destination. So many people go. And but there's something that I don't want you to forget. That's the only city in the world that connects two continents, Europe and Asia. There's no other city in the world that connects two separate continents. Okay? So, some actually pictures from Istanbul. I love water, I love sea, I love ocean. So, this is what I put pictures with Bosphorus. So, there are three bridges like that connects Asia to Europe, and also we have an underground train right now going from Asia to Europe. And people go every day, multiple times, back and forth, because sometimes people ask me how many times did you pass the bridge? Million times probably. So you pass every day. That's your life, and you live in one place, you work in another place. So the two continents are connected through different ways. Hagia Sophia is very, very important for Christians and now for the Turkish people. And it was built in the 6th century. And it's used right now as museum, but it was a worship place for many different religions. And the Maiden Tower is one of my actually favorite places that I like to go. And it's also a small island in the Bosphorus that's built in the 6th century, the 5th or the 6th century, by a Byzantine emperor who wanted to protect actually his daughter, who was 18 years old. And they told him that a snake is going to kill his daughter. And so he said, I'm going to build actually a place that snakes cannot come. So, and my daughter is going to live. And he built, and his daughter started to live there. But one day, when they were bringing actually food from outside in a basket, there was a snake with the food, and the snake killed his daughter, even in this island. So the place was closed for many years when I grew up. They opened again. They have a nice restaurant. There are so many weddings that they take place in that place. As you can see, it's beautiful. It's really nice. It seems small, but there are 50 floors and 5 levels and a very big courtyard that you can have different events. And you have boats going back and forth from the coast. So these are really hot spots that I wanted to show you from Istanbul. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about Turkey, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions. Turkey, the name of Turkey actually is the Republic of Turkey, was established in 1923 after the ending of 623 years of monarchical Ottoman rule. So the Ottoman Empire lived more than 600 years, and when they actually uh, collapsed, so the Republic of Turkey was established. And the first president was Ataturk, and he is a very, very important person for all of us. And you can see his pictures everywhere in Turkey. So he was an important figure for Turkish people, and he did so many things to make Turkey a modern and country. So and change many things, and he did this, during early 1900s, and he died when he was only 57, 58 years old. So he didn't live long enough to do other things. So, important things about Turkey. Turkey is surrounded by 7 different countries, and these are Greece, Bulgaria, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Armenia, and Georgia. And there are 3 different seas around Turkey. So these are Mediterranean, Aegean, and Black Seas. So as you can see here, Turkey strategically is a very, very unique place and unique position. And so this is why we are part of NATO, and we are allied with so many other countries. So it is not isolated like America is so far from other countries. So you can just cross the border and you are in Greece in 1 hour from different locations, or you can go to Iran in 1 hour if you are in the south of Turkey. So you have to be very careful, and your military needs to be very strong as well. The population is over 80 million, and the capital city is Ankara. And this is changed because they thought that Istanbul was so vulnerable because it was so close to the border. And this is why they decided to choose actually a city in the middle of Turkey as the capital city in order to have more protection. So just to show you where it is, because I'm not expecting that you know where the Turkey is, but whenever you look at the world map, Turkey actually is the green part that you see here, and you can see Italy here, you can see France here, and you can see, of course, the continent Africa here, and the Middle Eastern countries here, and then Russia is here. So, as you can see, Turkey was a bridge, and this is why it's called Silk Road, and connects east to the west. So people moved from east to the west by crossing Turkey. So this is why there are many cultures who lived in Turkey. So in terms of the other countries that are not maybe border to Turkey, as you can see, Russia is here, Ukraine is here, Israel is here, Egypt is here, and there are other countries, and Ankara is in the middle of Turkey because of the actually position to be a protected place for the capital city. Some interesting facts that not many people know, and whenever we talk with friends and here in the United States who ask us questions about Turkey, and when we tell them, they say, "Oh, I didn't know that." I just wanted to share them with you. The first ever Christian church was located in Antioch, Turkey, and this is the picture. I put the numbers here, the picture of the church. The Santa Claus, the origin started actually in Turkey. He was born in Patara, Turkey, and this is the statue of Santa Claus. Ephesus is in the western part of Turkey, is the place where the Virgin Mary spent her last years, and this is her house. So it's called Mary's house, and they believe that her graveyard is there. The mountains of Ararat in eastern Turkey is the region in which Noah's Ark is found. And I put the picture of Noah's Ark here. So, and it's in the eastern part of Turkey. And Troy, located again in the western side of Turkey, is city known as the center of ancient civilization. So, and I put Troy, and so this is a huge statue that you can go, and then you can actually see the windows from here and look at outside. It's really unique. It's really interesting, and there are many other things to see as well. So, but these are some actually highlights about uh, Istanbul and Turkey. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about me and my family, and but I'm gonna ask you a question now. I'm gonna ask you to tell me the two continents that Istanbul actually connects. Let's see who is gonna answer first. So write down in the chat. Okay, Sydney, you got this. So Europe and Asia. Yes. So that's wonderful. So these are the two continents that Istanbul connects. Okay. So and let me ask you a question about Turkey right now. So so who is going to tell me the capital of Turkey? So again, write. Okay, Dua. It was quick. It was quick. So that's wonderful. Lily, I'm relying on you that you are writing down the names, right? Perfect, wonderful. So it's great, and I really like the interaction, and it seems that you are listening to me. So that's wonderful. So I'm gonna move right now to myself and my family a little bit, and because they played a very important role in my life, in my early life, and in my adult life. So I told you that I'm 54. I just turned to 54 on March 1st. So my birthday was last week, and there was a very, very nice celebration in the dean's office. Stephanie is here. She wasn't with us, but they got some cupcakes. We kept the social distancing and we used our masks, and but we still celebrated. I like to celebrate these important days for people, and I'm glad that they did it for me. So it was wonderful to gather a little bit, so to celebrate my birthday. But I'm Pisces, and if you know a little bit the horoscopes, I am a little bit emotional, and and I have a very, very high empathy, and um, so I probably have many features of Pisces, and I'm trying to sometimes control myself because there are things that I don't want this affect my decisions. I have been married since 1994, and my husband is here. So he's always the one who is taking selfies. So the kids don't want to take the selfies. We always give to him, and he's the first one in the pictures all the time. But he was a perfect match for me, and I really thank actually God for bringing us together because he completes me in many ways. And so I hope your actually uh, significant others are the same. And because it is very important to choose the right person, and that person helps you to grow, that person helps you to move forward. So I owe him a lot because he's one of the actually selfless person that I have ever seen in my life. He's an engineer as well. We did not meet in school. We met after we finished the college, and after I came back from London. In a friend environment. I'm glad that actually we met over there, and luckily we were both there at the same time. And then we dated for a couple years before we got married. He has an MBA and PhD from here, from the United States. And whenever we came here, he told me that he's not going to go to school. He said, "Don't force me to go to school. I'm done. I'm an engineer. I don't want to do anything else." And he was actually working in a company, and he followed me. He left his job, and then he followed me with his education. I think I inspired him to get his master's and PhD as well. We have two boys. Khan is 21 years old, and so he goes to Vanderbilt. He's a junior, and he's in pre-med track and majoring in health science. And he's the one with glasses, and you can see his Vanderbilt shirt here. So the 19 years old one is Koray, and so he's our baby, even though he says I'm not baby anymore, but I always call him baby. And he's a sophomore at the University of Miami, and he loves Miami, he loves Florida, and he's so happy. And I keep reminding him, "You are not on vacation, you are at school. This is school." He's also in pre-med track. They are both good in math and science, but they said we have two engineers. That's enough for one family. Let's choose something else. So this is why they chose, medical field, and we hope that they can become medical doctors one day. But it's a long journey, and they are just in the beginning. When they grew up, we were mostly swimming and soccer parents. And we were lucky that they were both doing the same sports, and they were close in terms of age. That in many cases they were in the same team, so we did not have to travel from one place to another like many other actually couples that we see. But swimming and soccer were big parts of our life. They started to play soccer when they were probably 4 years old, and then they started to swim when they were six, and they did this until they finished the high school, and they said that's enough. They didn't want to continue this in college. My dad passed away in 2007, and it was a big hit for me because I'll tell you a little bit about him, that he played a very important role in my life. He was a Navy captain, and I grew up in Navy bases. So I grew up in a very, very disciplined family, and so. Um, and my dad, was not maybe always with us, but he always influenced our lives. And my mother is never worked, and she was a housewife, and she's still alive, and she didn't have a college degree, and she just finished high school and didn't continue her college education. So I have one brother who is 3 years older than me, and he's a medical doctor, and he's a pediatrician, actually specialized in adults, adult actually, and teenagers. So this is his specialty. And he's in Turkey with my mother. So we don't have any family here in the United States. It's just four of us. So, and this picture is taken in Chicago. The kids were here during the Thanksgiving time. So when their school is closed, they came here, and the weather was super nice. So we all traveled to Chicago, and this is a picture taken actually in Chattanooga. So, and we are so close to each other, oh, because we are just four of us, and we always do things together. Some interesting things about myself, and probably Stephanie also doesn't know some of them. She's gonna learn here. So, and Stephanie is our outreach director in the college, and she works very, very closely with me. And I'm glad that she was able to join today. Some interesting things. I love to spend time with my family. And hey, Stephanie. And I actually talk about my family. I have pictures of my family in my office. And so they inspire me every day. And every day I remember that whatever I do is for them and it's for all of us. There are things, foods that I like, and so I wanted to put here. So just to give a little bit fun facts about myself. I like fruits and vegetables a lot because we eat those a lot in Turkey. We have so many fresh fruits and vegetables and very, very cheap. And I like, my favorite ones are fresh cherries and fresh figs. I can find cherries here, but I cannot find figs. So, and there are dry figs, but not fresh figs. So, sometimes I find in special places, and but this is something that I miss because I used to eat a lot. And in terms of vegetables, I love eggplants, and I love to cook and make so many things with eggplants. So this is one of my probably favorite vegetables, but I like tomatoes as well. The food, I like Italian a lot. As family, we love Italian foods, and chicken parmesan is probably my favorite. But we also like Japanese food, and we try different foods. The only thing that we don't eat is the spicy food. I cannot eat spicy, and Dua, I'm not sure if you eat spicy or not, but you don't. So, and spicy is something that I'm not accustomed. So and I start to cry whenever I eat spicy foods. The seasons that I like, they are always spring and summer. I'm always very, very positive and very energetic during those times. The favorite movies, I have so many favorite movies, but one of the last ones that I watched multiple times is The Hidden Figures. I love, love, love that movie. So it talks a lot about so many important people who made important decisions, but they were not really visible during those times. And I really want you to actually excel and do things and show the world what you are capable of doing. The current book that I'm reading is The World is Flat. It's a very interesting book, and so by Thomas Friedman. It's an old book, but there are so many things that I see. Oh my gosh, it's happening now, and he was talking in his book about those things. And some of you maybe don't know that I'm teaching this actually semester a university college class, which is 150. And then last fall, I taught another university college class, 110. So when I came in my first 2 years, I tried to settle. But after that, I said, I really want to teach. I want to find out what students are actually going through. So I can help them a little bit. And I really enjoy. And I invited my students. I'm not sure if any of them are available right now or not, but so I love to teach, and I love to talk with students and help students. One of the favorite place that I like to visit every year, multiple times, is DC, and I go at least once a year, and sometimes more than a year. I love to go to museums. I love to go to the Capitol building. I love to go to so many different places in DC. For some reason, I love DC, and I have visited many places, but DC is a little bit special to me. So we all love family, love to travel. And we like to cruise. And of course, we had to wait last year. It was a little bit boring for all of us not to do anything, not to travel, and due to pandemic. But we love to travel. We like to go to beaches and we love to swim. And I also like to read. I like to shop and I like to cook. So the places that I visited, we love to travel by car, and we visited more than 40 states in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. And I have been in many different countries: India, China, Taiwan, Chile, Egypt, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Mexico, England, France, and of course Turkey, and many, many others. So I like to travel, and you learn a lot by traveling and by actually meeting with people, talking to people. It's not the same by reading a book or by watching a TV documentary. It's different. You have to live in order to understand different people, different cultures. The places that I would like to visit is Japan and Australia. And hopefully one day I can have a chance to visit those places. So the key individuals in my life, they are many people. Of course, my parents were so influential, but my father was very special to me, and we had a great connection. And he always believed in me. He always pushed my limits, and he never gave up on me. And so he always trusted me. And he wasn't very there were many things that I wasn't able to talk to him. I was talking to my mom, um, but I knew that he knew everything about me, that he didn't want to talk. Sometimes he didn't want to confront. When I lost him in 2007, it was a big hit for me. And even though I was adult, I had two kids, I had to see him, and he was in hospital. So I'm glad that I saw him in Turkey, and I came back, and in a couple of days they called me back and they said we lost him. And at that time I was teaching a class, and it really hit me big. And my students really helped me to kind of recover. And but I never forget the support that I received from my students more than anyone else in my professional life when I came back. But he was very influential. And then my husband, of course, as I told you, he is someone who completes me in many different ways. We are different, but we are thinking the same. And there are many things that I don't like to do, he likes to do. And there are many days that I give up and I say it's not gonna work, but he always encouraged me. He always supported me. He always believed in me, and sometimes he believed in more than I believed in myself. And and he always pushed my limits. And after my dad, he was very similar in many ways to my dad. And and I feel that I'm stronger with him. And so this is why I suggest you to find your partners the way that you think this person is going to help you, is going to actually support you anytime. And you have to choose the right person for your life, because it's changing your whole life, not personal life, your professional life as well. My advisors, and I didn't want to list college advisor or PhD advisor, but my advisors in my life, the people that I talked and worked and communicated very often, changed my life. My advisor, college advisor, told me to go to the United States for my PhD. Otherwise, I wasn't thinking. He gave me the name of the schools to apply, the name of people that I should contact, and so he pushed me. I never wanted at that time. So I had a job, I had a good life, I was engaged, but I'm glad that he did. So, and here in the United States, my advisors really helped me to accomplish a lot. So, I owe them a lot, and this is why make sure that you communicate often with your advisors and talk to your advisors about anything, not just about your school, but about your personal life. These people are your ally, and they want you to be successful, and the peer mentors. And this is something that I talk a lot in the college, and I'm glad that we started a program for peer mentors. But you have to surround yourself with the people who care about you, who support you, and who are going to be with you no matter what happens. There are so many times that I felt that's done, and I was maybe failing. They held my hand, and so they made me to go through. So this is why I suggest you to surround yourself with good people, good advisors, and good partners and good mentors. These are the people that you choose. You cannot choose your parents, you cannot choose your father and mother, but you can choose your partner, you can choose your advisor, you can choose your mentors. Make sure that you choose the right people who are going to help you to grow. So, let me stop here and ask a question. So in this case, so we are going to give a little bit break and then see how much you were listening. So, and let me think about the question that I'm gonna ask you. Um, what kind of fruit do I like the most? And I put two of them. Either one is acceptable. So let's see who's gonna answer first. I said fruit. You don't remember what I like? I said it is difficult to find here. Yes, Dua. So Dua win again. So figs, and we'll send you another gift from the College of Technology, not the same one. So and the figs, yes, I like figs and I like cherries as well. And let me ask you another question. So about my life. So let's see if you remember the year that I got married. Oh no. Yes, yes, Sydney, 1994. You're right. So, and Sydney is gonna get another gift from the College of Technology as well. So, thank you so much, Sydney and Dua, and for participating. And so, I hope the others are with us too. And um, you know, um, this is the way that I like to talk to people, because especially with the Zoom, it's sometimes boring, to listen someone and in front of a screen for hours. So we have to make things a little bit fun for everybody, and of course you have to have some awards. So I love gifts. I like giving gifts, and so I'm glad that we can just give few to you guys. So the turning points that I wanted to highlight about me, pursuing an engineering education was a big turning point in my life. I don't have any engineers in my family, and I was the first one. Um, my brother was a doctor, my dad was in Navy, and we didn't have anyone else in engineering schools. So the reason why I chose engineering, because I like math a lot, and I liked physics and chemistry also, maybe even more physics than chemistry, but math was always, fun for me. And and the counselor, college counselor, and my high school teachers encouraged me to apply for engineering school. In Turkey, the system is different. You have to list maybe 10 schools that you want to go and 10 different programs that you want to go. You have to specify exactly what you want to do. And then you take an exam, and it's only once a year, the ACT, SAT exam. One day can change your life forever. And then, based on the score that you receive, they match you with the school and the program. You don't really choose. And if you don't like it, too bad. You have to take the exam again and you lose 1 year. So this is why when I came to the US, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is a perfect system. You can go to any college that you want to go. You can pursue any profession that you want to pursue. If you don't like it, you can change it. You're not going to lose anything." So, and then still students don't go to colleges. I said, I cannot understand this. In other countries, people kill each other to go to the universities. So they are dying to go to a college. So, but here, and there are so many, maybe if there are so many opportunities, students don't know what to do. So, education is important. No matter what you do, you have to complete your education. So during my college life, I started to tutor high school kids in math and science in French. And I really liked the teaching, and I realized that they were improving, they were getting better grades, and I had more than 20 kids that I was giving private tutoring. At that time, I realized I loved teaching. Then I went to England, and I'm glad that I did, because for 1 year I actually tried to improve my English. I went to an English as a second language program. I traveled. It really refreshed me and made me understand what I want to do in my life. Then I worked at Caterpillar. It wasn't a good experience. I'm sorry about that, but I didn't like that work environment. And then that made me actually decide that I don't want to work in a private company like that. I don't want to work in industry. I want to go back and teach, and this is why I need to get my PhD. So the bad experience that I had in the company really made me decide what I want to do in my life. So you can always change. Don't worry, and you'll have many opportunities in life, but make the right decisions. You'll make a mistake, and then after you learn your mistake, you are not going to do it again. Getting married with my husband was a huge luck for me, that I find a sole partner of myself is my better half, and he completes me, and probably without him I wouldn't be here today, so I owe him a lot. And coming to the United States was a big turning point for me. I didn't have to come, but I decided to come, and it changed my whole life. And I did my postdoc at the University of Missouri. That also changed my life a lot. So because I was able to teach, I was able to actually start a new online program in Rolla. They gave me this opportunity. But I assisted a student that I put a link here. I'm gonna actually share this with Lily. I'm not sure if she's recording this or not. So yeah, and but these are all hyperlinks, and I'm gonna show you, but we won't have enough time to look at everything. I want you to read this. This person touched my life a lot, and she became the first PhD recipient as a female African American at the University of Missouri in 1997. I'm gonna click, then I'll come back here. Her name was Tamika Youngblood, and Tamika was the first African American to earn a bachelor's degree in mining engineering at UMR. And then she became the first African American to earn PhD in engineering management in 1997. And I helped her for 1 year, so and we worked together. And she started to teach at Robert Morris, and I actually saw her uh, just before she died. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2015 after a battle with cancer. So she had a short life, but very powerful life. And she touched in so many people's life, including me. She last time when I saw her, we took a picture and I met with her husband. She was recently married, and she told me that I owe my PhD to you. I said, you don't owe me. So you got it. I didn't get it. You got it. You work hard. So this is a picture that shows when she was younger. And Tamiko was a fighter. She grew up in a single family house. She had five brothers, sisters that she needed to take care of. And she was supporting them, and she was also pursuing her education. And she was a pioneer. And it's really sad for me to see that she's gone. And because it was so early, and she had so much to actually share in the world, and we lost her very early. So, but she was another turning point in my life that, and I will always remember. And and I'm glad that I had a chance to meet with her. I'm sorry that I have to scroll down. Um, then, of course, going to UT Chattanooga as my first full-time job was a turning point, and I ended up staying there almost for 20 years. And coming here was another turning point. I was in Chattanooga for 20 years. I had a good life, and so I had a good comfort actually zone. I was actually able to do whatever I wanted to do over there. So, but when I realized there's nothing much I can add, I wanted a challenge, and I'm glad that I took the challenge and came here. Always take challenges. Always try to achieve something better and something bigger. So my current position is the dean. There are more than 2,000 students in the College of Technology, more than 100 faculty and staff members. We have 30 programs, 24 undergraduate and 6 graduate programs. We have 5 departments. We have a flight academy in the Terre Haute Airport. And we have a very unique PhD program in technology management, which is 100% online, is a consortium with 3 other universities, University of Central Missouri, Bowling Green State University, and East Carolina University. And we also have ROTC in our college. They are not reporting to me, but they are housed in our college. So it's a very diverse college, and with different type of programs and individuals who serve. We have programs in engineering, in technology, aviation, construction, different design programs, human resources. So, and we offer so many different things to so many different type of students. Sometimes when they see the College of Technology, they think it is just technology. We have many, many other things outside the technology. And I put the link here so you can go and visit the website and maybe see more about our college. And this is the third largest college here on campus after art and sciences and health and human services. Some accomplishments that I wanted to highlight, and maybe not everybody knows that, but I was so proud when I was selected as an unbought and unbossed woman in Chattanooga by Girls Inc. in 2016. So I just wanted to tell you where this came from, and the link actually goes a little bit information about me. So I'm not going to open it, but whenever you receive, you can take a look. The Unbought and Boast Awards were named for the phrase coined by Shirley Chisholm during her historic run of the for the 1972 Democratic presidential nomination. As you can see here, this is a poster from her in 1972. Bring US Together, Vote Chisholm in 1972, Unbought and Unbossed. And the Girls Inc. I actually served as a mentor for many, many years. And I'm still serving as a mentor here in Terre Haute as well. So, as part of Women History Project, girls learn about the history of women rights in the United States and about Shirley Chisholm and the traits of leaders. And this is the basis for the girls to select an honoree that inspires them. And Chattanooga has around 250,000 population, and there are so many powerful females. And I was very, very honored when they chose me for this actually award. And so this is important for me that I wanted to share with you. And there are many other things that, I just wanted to highlight a little bit so you can see who I am as a scholar. So, the University Faculty Advisor Award is not just for my college, for the department, and for the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. It was for the whole University of Tennessee system. So, this is why it was very, very important for me to be selected for this award. So I received many teaching, research, and service awards. I advise many students for their thesis and dissertations. So I have many students who are right now in professional life and in colleges and in very high level positions. I published a lot of articles and papers, especially during my tenure track and tenure, and I have several book chapters. And then I was able to get some grants and gifts for the universities that I served. I created the first online program at the University of Missouri, and then made the MS Engineering Management program at UT Chattanooga as one of the top online program in the US. So I'm glad that I had a lot of involvement with the online programs in an early age in 1996-97. I became the first female interim dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science at UT Chattanooga, and then I am the first female dean here in the College of Technology at ISU. I served as a mentor to many, many female middle school and high school girls, as well as female college students and female faculty members. And I'm still doing it. So, and I'm so happy that we started the first faculty mentorship program here in the College of Technology because I benefited a lot from my mentors and I really want my faculty benefit as well. So these are some touching points about my professional life. Some challenges: being a female college student in a very male dominant university was a challenge. Istanbul Technical University has many engineering programs, and so and the female number of female students is very small. And being a female engineer in a male dominant profession was challenge. It wasn't easy to prove yourself. And working in a male dominant environment was hard. Working in a different country when I came here as an immigrant scholar was hard. Learning and adapting different culture was hard. I always worked twice, three times more than others to prove myself. It was hard. It was hard to trust people because you don't know who to trust. But I always learn never give up and always challenge myself. So these are the things that I really want you to keep in mind. Don't give up, and anything is possible. And when I came here, I told several students came to see me and they wanted to meet with me in person. I said, if I can do that, I'm a female and I'm an immigrant from another country. So anything is possible. Believe in yourself and never, never give up. So there are great leaders here at ISU. So I just wanted to highlight some of them, and there are many others, of course. Our president, Dr. Deborah Curtis, is the 12th president of the university, and she's the first female president of the university. Many vice president for advancement, Andrea Angel, is a female. Our general counsel, Kate Botwin, is a female. Vice president for finance, Diane McKee. Vice president for engagement, Nancy Rogers. New vice president for student services, Michelle Solis. She's going to start on June 1st. The dean of College of Education, Dean Coleman. Dean Collins, the Dean of College of Graduate and Professional Studies. The Dean of Health and Human Services, Dean Mallory. The Library Dean, Dean Robin Cromwell. The University College Dean, Linda Moore, the Associate Vice President for Inclusive Excellence and Strategic Initiatives, Dr. Reina Jansen. Dr. Susan Powers is the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Liz Brown is the Faculty Senate Chair. I am the Dean of College of Technology, and we have many, many more female directors, chairs, and leaders at ISU. ISU is extremely unique and maybe the only one here in Indiana with that many great female leaders in very key positions. So I have never seen that many female in high level positions in any other universities. So we are surrounded by people like us, and we are surrounded by people who understand challenges that female face. So this is why it is an environment that I felt that I belong here, and this is a great place for me to work. So some numbers that I wanted to share with you. The female faculty here at ISU. I am working on a grant right now from National Science Foundation to support the female faculty here at ISU so we can have more. The numbers are not too bad. There are total 470 full-time faculty at ISU. And out of these 470, 223 of them are female. And whenever you look at the distribution, so it is kind of even distribution. We have 53 full prof, we have 56 associate prof, we have 49 assistant prof, 22 senior instructors, 40 instructors, and 3 lecturers. These are full-time positions. But whenever you look at the race distribution, I'm not really happy with this diversity. I don't think we are diverse enough. Out of 223 female faculty, 180 of them are white faculty, 20 Asian female faculty, and only 10 African American female faculty here at ISU. We have more things to do in order to improve these numbers. We have to be much more diverse because we are serving to a very diverse student population. And we have to have a good reflection of this. And I don't see it here. So, in terms of the STEM faculty members, I'm not very happy with that number as well. We have only 25 full-time female faculty in the STEM field. When I say STEM, not just in my college, College of Technology, I include physics, biology, chemistry, math, computer science, environmental science. I include the other majors as well. 25 out of 223, we don't have enough STEM faculty, female faculty. In terms of the population, I wanted to give you some highlights about the distribution of female and male. There are almost 7.8 billion people who live in the world, and they are 50% female, 50% male. The US population is 330 million. Again, it's 50% female and 50% male. When you look at women, they make up almost 47% of total employment in the United States. But whenever you look at the earnings, I'm not happy with that, that women still make less money than a male counterpart. So a woman working full time earned 81.6 cents for every dollar a man working full time. And additionally, the median annual earnings is 9,000, almost 10,000 less compared to men. So these are the numbers that we have more work to do. We have to have more actually female, and then we have to make sure that they earn as much as their male counterparts. So these numbers are showing that we still have more things to do as females. So some actually information about the STEM. A higher percentage of bachelor's degrees were awarded to females compared to males in the United States. 48% graduates are female and 58, I'm sorry, and 42% is male. Around 1.9 million bachelor's degrees awarded in 2018 and 19, and only 17% of them is in the STEM field in the United States. And then whenever you look at the STEM graduates, so the number of females who graduate from male is 36% versus 64%. There is a huge gap. So we need more female in STEM fields. And whenever you look at the women in the STEM workforce in the world, they only comprise 29%. So we are still behind as female in the STEM field. So we have more work to do. When you look at Indiana, so there are 80,000 students who graduate annually in Indiana from colleges. 2 year, 4 year, master's, doctorate, overall 80,000. Only 20,000 are in the STEM field, and then only 10,000 stay here in Indiana. But whenever you look at the jobs in Indiana, so the STEM jobs increased 20% in 10 years, in the last 10 years, between 2010 and 2020. There are more than 400,000 jobs, STEM jobs available in Indiana, but we don't produce enough graduates. And then when you look at the median wage in Indiana, it is around $33,000. But when you look at the STEM median wage in Indiana, is almost 66,000. So people who pursue STEM education and then graduate, find jobs, they are making much more money compared to others. So these are the real numbers, and these are the numbers that we have to pay attention, and we have to choose, our path accordingly, and help the others to choose their path accordingly, because we need more females in STEM field. So there are many things that we have to actually celebrate. We have the first vice president in the United States who is a female. And I hope before I die, we can see the first president actually as a female first president of the United States. So, and I know we keep trying, but we'll never give up. So, and hopefully one day, maybe one of you will be the president of the United States. Why not? So when I look at the university presidents, there are only 22% of university presidents are female. And when I look at the minority female presidents, only 5% university presidents are minority females. So I want to see more female presidents and for minority female presidents of the universities. So we are not there yet. When you look at the deans, so there are only 39% female deans in every field, including nursing, health, and education, and they are mostly dominated by females. But when you look at the STEM deans, there are only 17% female deans in the STEM field. So I have some suggestions to you, and we talk about this, but these are the things that I want you to keep in mind. Always know your strengths and weaknesses. We are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. There are so many things that I'm not good at it, but there are so many other things that I'm really good at it. Find your strengths and choose your path, your educational path, and your professional path according to your strengths. Because you are going to excel and you are going to do your best if you do something that you are good at it. Make sure you complete your education. If bachelor's degree is enough, that's fine. But don't stop. Get your master's, get your PhD. I'm so proud of Stephanie. She started her PhD actually last semester. And so, and she's doing great. It is doable. I think the starting is always 50% finishing. Never, never stop. If you want to learn, if you want to improve yourself, if you have other things that you want to do in the future, try. And so, if you have degrees, there are many things that you can do with your degrees. But if you don't have degrees, your limits will be very, very actually limited. So, uh, do things that you love to do. I love to teach, and I'm glad that I find a job, a teaching job as an engineer. I was able to use my engineering knowledge, but I was able to teach as well. Things actually that you like to do are the ones that you are going to improve and do your best. Always work hard. So I always worked twice, three times, four times more than others just to prove myself and never give up. So working hard is maybe gonna make you a few sleepless nights, but at the end, you are gonna achieve a lot of good things. So, and people see if you work hard. Your boss and your supervisor, your teacher is gonna see that you try and you work hard. So never actually find easy ways and short paths to do your work. Always do your best in everything that you do. Always. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? Nobody's going to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself first and take risks and challenge yourself. Always read. So, I read so many different books. Sometimes I read leadership books, sometimes I read family books, sometimes I read the books that my kids are reading, sometimes I read books about different cultures, or I read book about different individuals. I like nonfiction, but I like different books. Read. And in every book, you learn something new that you didn't know. And keep learning until you die. Keep learning. And because it is going to connect you to life more. Travel, because traveling is showing you things with your own eyes. And then explore and meet with different people. Always surround yourself with good people. If there are people around you who don't want you to be at the higher level, you know, stop seeing those people. You can be friends, but surround yourself people who are always trying to push your limits and who are going to be happy when you move up. Be kind and always nice to others. So even though sometimes people make you upset and angry, always be kind. Don't talk. If you are angry, don't talk and don't argue, don't fight. So and you know that you cannot trust these people or you cannot talk with these people. You can just put kind of a block between you and them, but always be nice. So when I came here a couple years ago, 3 years ago from Chattanooga, so after 20 years, there are people who like you, there are people who don't like you, and so they said that we are going to do a reception for you before you leave, and they don't do it if you leave. If you resign, they don't do it. If you retire, they do it. But I resigned from my job to come here. They actually put a celebration together for me. And I was shocked to see people from the chancellor to the person who cleaned my office. Everybody came. Hundreds people came. And they waited in line just to say goodbye to me. So I know that I left a place with good memories. So people remember me with good things that I did, accomplished, and I supported that college and that university. Always leave places with good things. So, and try to do your best. No matter where you work, try always to do your best and be nice to people. So, because people will remember that, and you never know when you are going to see these people again. So, I actually met with someone here at ISU who told me that she heard about me before she accepted a job here. Her mom actually is working at UT Chattanooga, and her mom told her about me, and she said you have to see her. She just left UTC to come to ISU, and she's a very nice lady. These are the things that I want to hear, and I enjoy hearing those things. And I never thought I would meet with someone here at ISU from UT Chattanooga, but it happens. I always suggest, always, and to people who work with me, to students, to my friends, always listen. And if you are angry, if you don't know what to say, keep calm and then think before you say anything. Because sometimes when you say things, those things can go to different directions and they can haunt you from your back. So be careful. If you are angry, I suggest you not to talk. Make sure you digest everything before you talk to that person. So you'll be much better position. Always respect others. So this is very important. In my culture, in the way that I grew up, respect was always the highest value. But I always try to do the same thing here, and then I teach my kids. Respect everybody, but expect to be respected. If people are not respecting you, then you believe that they are not really your true friends. So, and because of your job, because of your position, or because of your relationship, we all have to respect each other. Everybody brings different value to the table. It doesn't matter if you are the dean, or if you are the staff member, or if you are a faculty, if you are a student. Everybody do something, try to do something for that institution. So we have to respect each other and everybody's work. I'm always trying to be positive. So sometimes, they call me, happy lady, smiley lady. I always smile. I always actually try to show my positive, even though sometimes, maybe I'm not happy. I try to show people that I'm happy and be a giver, not a taker. So, and it's easy to take things, but it's not easy to give. Always try to participate, try to actually give things when you do anything. Support your friends and loved ones. And if you want to be supported, you have to support your friends. Always be available when they need you. Be inclusive. So we are all different. We are all coming from different backgrounds. We all look different. So we all have different families. So respect each other and then be inclusive. So, and try to learn. We all learn from each other a lot. And so, the reason why my kids wanted to go to a bigger city, they said they grew up in a small town. Chattanooga was a little bit bigger than here, but it was still a small town. They said, we want to be in a diverse school, where we can have diverse friends and we can have diverse cultures. So, and they are very happy with that decision. So, in a college environment, you have friends from all over the world. Make sure you learn about them and be friends with them, support them, and one day they are going to support you. And always be humble. I don't like to brag, I don't like to talk about myself in my private life. And so try to be humble. People know you, they know who you are, they know your title. You don't have to repeat multiple times. In a private life, and here as well in my professional life, I try to be humble as much as I can. When I came here, the first thing that I did was to talk with everybody one on one. More than 100 people. I spent more than 1 hour with each one of them just to know them a little bit. So, and give them a chance to know me a little bit so we can trust each other and celebrate achievements. So we all do good things. We have to celebrate and we have to recognize the people who are doing good things and then be a mentor. This is what I suggest you, and this is the book that I always refer, and I'll make sure that I send the link of this book to Lily as well. But the link that I put here to be a mentor is about this book as well. So this book called Woman's Quick Fact, and so why women matter. Very, very strong book and very good information inside. But I'll show you the to be a mentor very quickly. So this is the mentorship page for the Million Woman Mentors. Is the premier network dedicated to encouraging girls and women around the world to pursue, persist, and succeed in STEM careers. So, and please navigate on this page and learn what the others are doing and become a mentor. You can always be a mentor to high school kids, to middle school kids, to other college students. And whenever you finish college, you start in a professional life, always try to mentor others who are new and who need help. So, and I think it is extremely fulfilling to help others and to support them because in the long run it's going to benefit your organization, it's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit so many people. So, and make sure that actually you find different mentorship opportunities. So I am actually a member of a Rotary Club here in Terre Haute, and I'm mentoring actually a female engineer who is working in a private company. So, and we meet once a month and we talk about different things. At least there's someone like me that she can ask questions whenever she wants. So those are the things that really help you, and so you learn as a mentor, and then your mentee excels a lot. So make sure that you become a mentor. This is really, really important for the future of female, not just in STEM field, in every field. So I'm now gonna ask you a couple more questions, and after that, my questions will finish, and then you can ask questions maybe to me. So, and we still have a little bit time. So, okay. So I'm gonna. It's maybe gonna be a little bit hard to remember this. Do you remember the name of the PhD student, female student who received her PhD as the first PhD recipient from University of Missouri that I helped? Do you remember her name? It's closed. It's closed, Lily. Let's see if we have one more. Okay, Sydney, it is close, very close. There's only one letter. The last letter is going to be different. I'm expecting another guess from either Lily or Sydney. Tamiko, yes. With K, Tamiko Youngblood, yes. So, yeah, Sydney. So you get one more award from the College of Technology. So, and Tamiko Youngblood was her name. And I'm glad that I was able to talk about her a little bit today. So, another question. How many female faculty we have here at ISU? Female full-time faculty members. Do you remember? 223. Madeline. Okay, that's wonderful. We have another person who got a gift. So that's wonderful. So, and last question. What's the percentage of female, minority female university presidents? 5. Yes, you got it, Lily. That's wonderful. So, thank you so much again for listening to me. I really enjoy talking to you and giving a little bit information about myself, my background, my family, my professional life. I hope, I did not waste your time. I hope I actually told you things that make you think, and I hope, the things that I told you is going to guide you in the future. And I hope you'll all be very, very, very successful individuals. but I'm here anytime if you have any questions. So, and you can always shoot me an email. And if you want to talk, you can always stop by and talk to me. So, please make sure that you benefit from me and from people like me who are here to help you. But thank you so much again and for your invitation, Lily. And so, special thanks to the ISU Center of Multicultural Services and Programs and Women's Resource Center. So, and you made my day. I really enjoy putting this presentation together and talking about myself, talking about my journey with all of you. And I hope that it was a good time of usage for you because I know you are all very busy with your classes or with your work. So I'm glad that you stay until the end to listen to me. But I'm gonna be available if you have any questions. If not, we'll probably conclude the meeting, right, Lily? So, but if you have any questions, I can answer your questions. No questions? So, Dua, what's your major?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you. Perfect.
So I got a bachelor degree in computer science with the minor in education. So I start when I came to United States in the computer science program. Then
Mhm.
I switched to education leadership.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
wonderful. So, are you doing your PhD right now, Dua, or
No, a master.
master's degree? Are
Yeah.
you gonna do your PhD maybe in the future?
I hope, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great.
Yeah,
So,
thank
thank you
you.
so much for talking to me. And Madeline, what's your major? Can you talk? I'm not sure if you have a microphone.
Oh, I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
I am a biology major in a specialization in medical laboratory science.
That's wonderful. So, and what's your class? Are you senior,
I'm
junior?
a sophomore.
You're a sophomore, so you are my son's age. So, how do you like your experience here at ISU?
I really like it. It has been different from my hometown.
Where is your hometown?
I'm from Avon, Indiana.
Okay. Oh, it's a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a small town compared to Avon, right?
Avon is smaller than Terre Haute,
But it is close to
but
Indianapolis, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So, and but it's not too far, and you can always go and visit, right?
exactly.
That's wonderful. So thank you so much for staying until the end, Madeline.
Thank you.
So Lily, what's your major?
My program is Student Affairs and Higher Education.
So are you undergrad or grad?
Grad.
Grad. So doing your master's degree?
Yes.
Okay.
Last semester. I think me and Dua are
Woo,
leaving.
that's wonderful. That's
No, not you,
wonderful.
Dua.
No, not yet. I have to
Ah,
Not
finish.
dang.
yet. She loves ISU. That's wonderful. And Stephanie, do you want to say your PhD program?
Hello, everyone. I'm currently working on my PhD in curriculum and instruction. Much like Dean Alp, I love to teach. But I love the work I'm doing too. I should be careful what I say because Dean Alp is my boss. But no, I'm just kidding. But I love the work I do too. So I would love to one day balance between higher education administration and teaching. So.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. So Stephanie is a star in the dean's office. So she's my right hand, left hand, everything. So so I'm glad that she is working with us, and I'm so happy that she's pursuing her PhD. She talked to me before she started, and we talked about many things. And I said, go for it. If you want to do it, don't wait. Why waiting? There is no perfect time. There will be no perfect time for anything in your lives. So you have to make the right decision. Whatever you feel, whatever your heart says, go for it. And she's also very lucky that she has a very supportive husband. And I'm glad that she started her PhD. And before she knows, she's gonna get her PhD. And then I hope I'm not gonna lose her. But we are here to support you guys, and so we want you to move up, do great things in your life, and so we are just placeholders. So we are gonna give the flags to you, and you are gonna carry it forward. So I trust you. I believe in all of you, and I know you are gonna be all very, very successful individuals. But thank you so much again for being with me here today and listening to me, and I'm here no matter whenever you need me. So don't hesitate to reach out, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you, Lily. And so I'm not sure if you have any questions before we finish. No questions?
I have question.
Okay, okay,
So
Dua. Yes, I'm glad you asked a question.
it's more about your culture. So what is your favorite dish? The turkey.
Oh, the Turkish. Oh my gosh, there are so many good fish, good dishes in Turkey. But I like kebabs, so the
Yeah, Adana
most.
kebab.
Adana kebab, yes, I like kebabs. It is hard to make it at home. So whenever we travel, we always try to find a Turkish restaurant, or when we go to Turkey, we always eat outside. But I like kebabs a lot. But of course, I like the fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and there's so many things are tasting a little bit different in Turkey. So I miss that one also. So I try as many things as we can. So we love to eat and cook.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dua. And where are you originally from, Dua?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. And
Yeah,
you have been in Turkey, you said, right?
yeah.
Okay, multiple
Went
times.
to,
Many people. Yeah.
we went
Many people.
to Turkey like many times by the car by the place. So
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. And I'm glad that you were able to travel. It's a
mhm,
beautiful country,
yeah.
and I hope the others can travel one day too.
Mhm.
So you have to see other places and don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared. If people live there, it means that's fine. So don't worry. Anything can happen anywhere. So this is why we
That's
shouldn't worry about scaring. And as soon as this pandemic is over, when you are young, you explore, you travel, and have fun.
mhm.
So thank you so much again, and we are probably gonna finish this meeting. And Lily, if you can share the recorded document with me, so I can share with some other friends and family who couldn't join us today. But thank you so much again for inviting me. And I wish you the best, Lily, and you are doing a great thing. Wonderful. And let me know if there's anything else that I can help you with, okay?
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. You've been wonderful. I loved learning about like Turkey and all the different languages and cultures, things of that sort. So I've been like a very, very active listener throughout this whole thing, and I appreciate the energy you have been
My
giving
pleasure.
to this conversation. So I will contact you about delivering a special gift to your office for you for
Oh,
speaking.
thank you. Thank you. You
And
don't have to do it, and I hope we have enough gifts for everybody.
yes, so I will contact everyone and they will
Okay,
be able to get a t-shirt. So if you're still on, please email me your
okay.
shirt size. I feel like Madeline might already have one, but if you haven't, please shoot me an email, give me your shirt size and the times that you would like to come and pick up your items.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
everyone. Have a
Bye
great
bye.
night.
Bye bye.